Bree, if I were your friend, this is what I'd tell you. You need to stop, take a breath, and you need to take a long, honest look at yourself. Not at your enemies, not at critics, not at the people you blame when things go wrong, but at you. December 26th didn't happen to you. It happened in your life. There's a difference. You're at a point when you need to make some decisions that will affect the rest of your life. Are you going to grow up and be a productive citizen, or are you going to continue to gamble? Karma just sat you down and gave you a bare butt spanking, not to destroy you, not to humiliate you, but to get your attention. For a long time, when pressure showed up, you lashed out. You blamed everyone else. You doubled down. You made excuses. You have been immature and grossly cruel. Accountability was something you demanded from others, never something you practiced yourself. There's something else you need to think about, and this isn't said lightly. You've been open about wanting to be a parent someday, about wanting a different life, a better one. That doesn't start with defending other people's messes. And it doesn't start with blaming the world when things fall apart. Parenthood requires something you haven't been practicing yet: accountability without excuses. Not accountability when it's convenient. Not accountability with a qualifier. Real accountability. The kind where you stop pointing outward and start asking, what do I need to change so this never happens again? Children don't care about narratives. They don't care who was right online. They don't care who you were loyal to or who you defended. They care whether you're stable, whether you're present, whether you can regulate yourself when things get hard instead of lashing out. This moment, right now, is an opportunity for you. Which direction are you going to go? Accountability isn't punishment, it's preparation, and if motherhood is truly something you want, not as an idea, not as an identity, but as a responsibility, then this is where that work begins. Quietly, honestly, without blaming anyone else. Let's be honest about something, and this is important. All of that online fighting, all of that lashing out, the hundreds of hours you devoted to defending a story, you used your creative talent to generate excuses and then stuck your neck out making them publicly. They weren't for yourself, they were for Gypsy. You have given everything you've got to protect and serve Gypsy. You went to war for her narrative. You absorbed the blows. You burned bridges. You took heat that wasn't yours to take. So here's a question you need to sit with, quietly and honestly. When you were in a crisis and desperately needed help, who actually showed up? Someone posted bond for you. And it wasn't the person you spent all that energy defending. And this isn't an accusation. It's a reality check. This is the part where the choice stops being theoretical and starts being real. You're standing between two paths, and pretending you don't see them doesn't make them disappear. One path is familiar, so familiar it almost feels like home. It's the one where corners get cut, lines get blurred, and responsibility is always someone else's fault. That road has a history, Bree, and none of it ends well. It never has. It doesn't suddenly turn into stability, safety, or peace just because you want it to. The other path is quieter, harder. It requires walking away from behaviors, habits, and people that feel comfortable but keep you stuck. It means choosing a life that is clean, not just legally, but mentally and emotionally. A life where you aren't constantly looking over your shoulder or explaining things away. A life that actually moves you forward instead of cycling you back through the same consequences in different packaging. And if part of what's holding you back is the fear of leaving people behind, people you care about, people you've shared history with, then this is where you need to shift how you see your role. Walking away from chaos doesn't make you disloyal. It makes you the voice of reason. It makes you the example. Someone has to be the first person in the room to say, this isn't working anymore. Someone has to choose honesty over familiarity, growth over comfort. If the people around you truly care about you, really care, then they won't try to pull you back into old patterns just so they don't have to face their own. They'll support your decision, even if it forces change. Some may even follow your lead, choosing a cleaner, more honest life because you were brave enough to go first. And if they don't, that tells you something too. Not everyone is meant to come with you into your next chapter. That's not cruelty, that's reality. Growth creates distance, and distance reveals truth. The people who belong in your future won't require you to sabotage yourself to keep them comfortable. This is where you have to choose you, not in a selfish way, but in a responsible one. Because before you can be a mother, you have to be stable. Before you can protect a child, you have to protect your own future. And before you bring a life into this world, you need to be living a life that can actually support it. Becoming the mother your child deserves starts long before pregnancy, long before birth. It starts right now, with boundaries, with lawful choices, with emotional maturity, and with the courage to say, I'm doing this differently. This isn't about abandoning anyone. It's about becoming someone worth following. Ask yourself this: are you the kind of person you would be proud to call your mother? Chaos, crime, and constant instability do not create an environment where a child can grow into a healthy, well-adjusted human being. Bringing a child into that kind of life isn't love, it's selfishness. A baby doesn't get to choose their surroundings, their influences, or the risks they're exposed to. That responsibility belongs entirely to the adults. Considering the recent arrest and the company you continue to keep, it's impossible to ignore the reality that a child, an infant, is already living in a home where illicit substances are present and being abused. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are contributing to that instability simply by remaining where you are and doing what you're doing. This is the moment where excuses stop working. If motherhood is something you truly want, then your life has to reflect that. Now, not someday. I want to be clear about something as I close this. As much as I do not support you or the choices you've been making, and as much as I reject what you currently stand for, I don't see a lost cause. I see someone spiraling. And spirals don't end on their own. They either stop because a person chooses differently, or they end in destruction. You are not dumb. You are not incapable. You are bright, and you have real abilities that could be used to build something meaningful instead of feeding the same cycle over and over again. But that requires doing something different immediately. Not after the next excuse, not after the next crisis. A new outcome requires a new life, not a recycled version of the old one. I'll leave you with something my dad told me when I was a kid: don't fight the system. What he meant wasn't blind obedience, it was understanding that life is far easier, more stable, and more fulfilling when you stop trying to outsmart the rules and start living within them. I hope you'll consider my advice, and more than anything, I hope you decide to make the necessary changes to create a healthy environment for yourself and your future family.